I, clearing up a bit further things, and this is in order to help a bit more to understand things. So you shouldn't keep yourself in a theory mode, because that wouldn't serve not you, not anybody. So what is in stake here is the truth, and so it's to be realized. That's why sometimes I put things in the hypothesis mode. That is something to be considered. And sometimes I put things in order to realize, because I realize it, and no one can put things on the opposite, because that is the truth. And so well, let's see. Just to remind you some symbol worlds. Because this video is to help to clear up a bit further things that I've been talking about in the last videos. And remember the symbol that I show you about the triangle, which is about human being. In the middle, again, in the middle, you have the inverted, which is feminine, which is about life on earth, which I show you here. And this is what you can consider like V of victory, things like that. The point of ace and things like that. You can consider things like the symbol of Superman. You can see like many symbols around, kind of shield, things like that. There are plenty of symbols around this, which is, again, which is the spirit feeding the wings, left and right wings. Let's see, what is at stake? This is all about human being. This is a bit around what I've been talking about in the last videos, mainly in the last one, so you should see that. And again, if you are seeing this video, this is not about you again, but for you, in order to help you, so you can then help others. See, and so you need to realize things realizes more about like tasting something. If you don't taste, you don't know what that is. Something like that. So it's about experience, it's about connection, it's about the exercise needed to get where things are pointing and so on. So let's see. Well, you see, this is because people live under a world of manipulation, and that is the basis theory. People are still putting everything in that mode because they didn't realize things. And then, of course, how can they help the others? Because then there is real things where everything makes difference, because or you get exactly the reason of things, because that is what is at stake. Everything has a reason, and that is because the reason is life. And so if you don't do that, what will be then instead it's a space to empty space, like to fill in with other, with the opposite, which is something that can be manipulated. And so that's why people live in duality, and so the illusion. You see, things are what things are, but if you don't realize what really things are, well, you really don't know. You need to realize. So, you see, people usually live under illusion, and so they are under usually things like spell, and they usually imitate things and spell it and share the others, and things get in the reality that seems to be the reality, and it's not. And then people cultivate things in that way, so in the wrong way, of course. So an example, here we have customs like people saying things like translating. I'm not sure about it's different. A small group of houses, like I can't compare this with, I don't know, what you may know about, because small town, small, I don't know, village, no, it's it's more, I don't know, 20 houses or so near one each other, and that's it. There is no stores, there is nothing about that. People lived in the past on what they could cultivate, and but that and that places were so hard that people abandoned that places. Now people watch that and buy that as something special. Well, and then there is in a way, there is an interest, like tourism interest. It's always something people like cultivate, and they think it's interesting. And so that kind of thing, it's what we call aldeia. And so we have a term, a popular term, which says something like dividing the hero for that places, all the years. You see, people don't realize what they are saying. They are spelling what they shouldn't, because they are cultivating something that they shouldn't. It is something normal. You see, again, that is old. That is old. The mention, the message, which is coming from manipulation. Someone throw something to them and then imitate, then cultivate. Like you see in everywhere, from school to church to television, Hollywood. People imitate shit, thinking that is interesting. That is something that they should imitate, something like that. So you see how deep things are. So, as you can imagine, what's this point out? It's something like they are accepting the prohibited fruit, which in this case is that it's normal to spread the evil. So this is what people cultivate, which is around this, what is the base of system, which is about propaganda, publicity in the meta world case in economics. So propaganda, what means is propagate something like virus, you see. That is how system works. It's a virus to be propagated. So this is what a representative system is about. You see, you need to realize this in order to turn your back to the system and open your mind, open your heart, open yourself in a new reality, something that is what I've been talking about. Social contract is another way, different, completely different. It's the opposite. It's about defending the human nature, you see, which is the opposite to this system. This is something that serves satanic agenda, the occult, which is the interest on human nature, destruction, which is everything is about the system. But people didn't realize yet. They are, day by day, working because you are helping. And you need to do so. Everybody needs to help each other. You see, like in that holiday, it's a kind of community, sort of, where people live near one each other and help each other somehow. And you see, I think you understood already. So, just to clear up things like I mentioned in the last video. An example is what I said. People think things like what power serves, like the state. What is state? You see what is representing here. You see, so they think things like, in public service, the boss is the president, the supreme boss, things like that. So they think that is the situation, which is a lie. Because a system needs an organization, and the organization, it's like a machine, needs to be fed. And what feeds that is the energy, like that is money that comes from the wealth created. So the way is the taxes. So this is created not by them, not by that organization, but the other side, which is what we call private. What the world? It's private, not private. Everything is related. Yes, is private in a way that is around nature, which is independent in a way, which is depending on other things completely different, like capability of work, invent, and So, you see, and who does that? Is the worker, not the boss of work, or not the investor. You see, is the worker, is the slave. So, at the same time, that's why we live in this economic system. At the same time, there is a good, like, service. For instance, there are private service also. A good product, whatever may you call or consider. It's to serve someone, which is all of us, which is the client. So, who buys that is who feeds that work, that company, that whatever you may call it, you see, so the real boss is not exactly the worker, of course, is the client. So this is who we should respect in first place, because we need to serve them, because they are us. At the same time, we are the clients, we are who we need to serve well. See? So, the real boss is who needs something and pay for it. You see, it's a change, a fair change. So, when you consider things in order to spell, you need to realize what is at stake. Because, for instance, words, everything has a reason, everything has a meaning. See again? And when you say something like, spell something like injury, injustice. You see, you need to consider in what is just or not. So, if you don't realize, you won't know about what is at stake. So, you see, that's why we have things like unjust, unjustified. Yeah, things like that. Because the truth is what is in stake. And so they, today, basically in a court, they don't, I think, they don't spell again anymore things like the truth and nothing but the truth, things like that, because the system is so corrupted. Everything is in a way. Oh boy. You see, if things are not right, if it's not just, it's unjust. You see, and so people need to realize this kind of things, because what is in stake is the truth, and that is not about theory. So the system doesn't serve you justice. It's the opposite, because everything is managed around corruption, because around the power, you see, the judge decides. You see, they have the power, and that is all about that manipulation around corruption, because the judges have something that the law protects in order to serve that interest. You see, when people talk about interests, not human interests, different interests. You see, like politicians, you see different situations everywhere, of course, but it's about those interests, and where realities create a different situation, different reality, different situation. See? So I think this is clear enough. I hope this can help you. And again, I hope you keep well. Till next one.